bro, Lloyd Roll, aka Megabuzz. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a very specific way to play Pikachu EX from the new Surging Spark set, finally being legal not only on TCG Live, but in person as well, being played at the Sacramento Regionals right now. I've been playing a lot of Lost Zone Box with Pikachu EX, but this is a very different way to play Lost Zone Box, and the deck's been kind of re-innovated since then, and I'm really excited to jump into it. So let's get right in to that deck list. Already here at that deck list, Regis with Pikachu EX. Now, Pikachu EX with that Resolute Heart ability basically cannot get one shot. This Pokemon has full HP, it'll be knocked out by damage from an attack. It is not knocked out, and its remaining HP becomes 10. Topaz Bolt for Grass, Lightning, and the Metal, 300 damage, discard 3 energy from this Pokemon. And then we have our Regis here to kind of touch on some of the quick Regis. We have Regirock with the Regigate attack, Giga Impact 140. Nothing too crazy. The fighting type 1, so being able to hit, you know, normal type Pokemon or things like that for weakness, or electric type Pokemon is pretty huge in the Miraidon matchup and stuff. Then we have Registeel here with the Regigate attack as well. Heavy Slam 220 minus. This deck does 50 damage for a 50 Pokemon's retreat cost, so being able to punish things like Mew EX or things that, you know, Pidgeot EX that have that free pivot option, being able to kind of punish them a little bit more. For that, we have Regice with the Regigate attack as well. Blizzard Bind 100 damage. If the defending Pokemon is a Pokemon V, it can attack during your opponent's next turn. So being able to lock out Pokemon V and V-Star is going to be pretty cool as well with that Regice. And then we have Regieleki here. Electromagnetic Sonar, putting a trainer card from your discard pile into your hand. Targeted Bolt for 2 lightning and a colorless. Discard 2 lightning energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 120 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. But we also have Regidrago as well in the deck here with this ability, Dragon's Horde. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may draw cards until you have 4 cards in your hand. Can't use more than one Dragon Horde's ability each turn. So being able to have, you know, to be able to draw some cards with that Dragon's Horde. Giant Fangs is an attack that it does have for 160 damage for a Grass, a Fire, and a normal energy. But the real star of this show is going to be Regigigas with its ability, Ancient Wisdom. Once during your turn, if you have Regirock, Regice, Registeel, Regieleki, and Regidrago in play, you may attach up to 3 energy cards from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. Now, it doesn't say basic energy, so if we look at the energies we have in the deck here, we have 2 Water, 2 Lightning, 1 Fighting, 1 Gift, 1 Fire, 1 Double Turbo, 1 Grass, 1 Legacy, 1 Luminous, and 1 Metal energy. We're able to, you know, put Luminous energy, and then our Lightning energy, and then Metal or Grass, or even not Lightning and just Grass and Metal and a Luminous on the Pikachu EX. Legacy energy also counts as well, which allows us to be able to attack with Pikachu EX pretty consistently. As long as we have all 5 Regis in play, we're going to be able to do that. We've got to have all 5 of those Regis in play here. To quickly go over some of the other key cards in the deck, we got Radiant Greninja for the draw engine, Cornerstone ask Ogerpon to help out in the Charizard matchup and other decks that, you know, have abilities and stuff, Squawkabilly to help us set up, and the Motivate attack can be pretty helpful in this deck pretty often, actually, being able to kind of get some energies onto your Regidrago or Regirock or Regice and be able to attack with it again if you need be. Which can be pretty helpful. 4 research, 2 Iono, 2 Serena, 1 Lana's Aid. Put up to 3 in any combination of Pokemon that don't have a rule box, and basic energy is just going to pile into your hand. So being able to put our Regis and stuff back into the hand is going to be pretty helpful as well. Got Penny, got Boss, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Nest Ball, 3 Night Stretcher, 2 Super Rod, 1 Earthen Vessel, 1 Hisuian Heavy Ball, because we got to be able to find all of our pieces. Pal Pad, and then 4 Area 0 Underdepths, because we want to have that big bench. So we got to have Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon in play or that Pikachu EX in play, so Area 0 Underdepths can be in effect. Each player who has a Terra Pokemon in play can have up to 8 Pokemon on their bench. If you don't have a Terra Pokemon in play and the stadium gets discarded, you have to discard down to 5. So if you lose the stadium, you have to discard down to 5. Or if you lose the Terra Pokemon that's in play that's activating Area 0 Underdepths, you also have to discard down to 5. So a lot of moving pieces in the deck here, but it is going to be insane to see this deck function. I've been having tons of fun playing Regis Pikachu, so let's jump right into it. Already here at that gameplay, at our Regis Pikachu EX gameplay here at the coin flip, we do want to be going second. We want to be able to support her, get a bunch of stuff into play, and try to attack as quickly as possible with this deck if we can. If we end up going first, not too big of a deal. We can still kind of set up and stuff and get things kind of rolling. Just might have to lose a prize card or two in the process. So we're going to start with our hand here. We got Squawkabilly EX, we got Regieleki, we got Pikachu EX, and we're going to start with Pikachu EX in the active here. Looking at a Beldum on our opponent's side, looking at maybe some Matangs, maybe some Dialga, probably our Trulodon as a new deck as well. So we're going to see what our opponent is cooking up. They're just going to pass back to us, so we might be able to get a Donk here. We're just going to have to see what we got going on. Hisuian Heavy Ball coming out, definitely prizing some pretty big pieces, however. So we're going to get that Regidrago off of that, and then we're going to use our Nest Ball, look and see what pieces we all have, starting getting these Regis all pieced together. We're going to grab our Regirock, we're going to be able to bench Regidrago, and then bench Regieleki as well. We're going to be able to attach energies to our Pokemon, attach one energy. We're going to have Serena to be able to draw some cards. We have Squawkabilly here, so we're just going to have to see what we got cooking up. So we're going to also use that Serena here, discard our hand, draw 5, and then we're just going to Squawkabilly this hand away too and draw 6. Then we're going to be able to play Iono Underdepths, bench a Regigigas. We're going to Ultra Ball here, pitching Night Stretcher and Gift Energy to be able to grab ourselves another Regigigas. Now, I probably should have grabbed Registeel here, but I opted not to because I had Professor's Research in my hand. So if they end up KOing, Regigigas or another Regis, I can try to find it with that research here. Our opponent going to be able to evolve their Beldum into Matang, boss up our Regigigas, which is going to cause to be some problems because unfortunately it has a hefty retreat cost of 4, so trying to retreat out of it is going to be tough, and the attack is not really that great because Pokemon VMAX have since rotated. So Professor Research coming out here and gonna be looking at our hand. We got Pal Pad, Ultra Ball, 2 energies, nothing too great. Our opponent also is not doing great. They have bricked, they don't have anything going on, but they put us in a position where they can just boss stall, and that's all we got. So get the Registeel down and just pass turn, unfortunately. And now we're kind of in a position where we need Regice to get all 5 Regis into play here. Then on the bench that a Duraludon, attach an energy to it, had the Metal Maker, I think whiff on the Metal Maker as well, and then just pass back to us. Even with their slow start, we are in a position where, sure, we haven't taken any knockouts, and we're kind of being punished for the Regigigas being in the active spot. However, it doesn't matter too much because we've completely set up now. The big thing with Regigigas is take as long as you need when you're playing Regis to get set up, get your pieces rolling, because once you get them set up and going, you are really going to be making a big difference here. So we're going to be able to attach here to our Regigigas and then be able to attack for 130 with that Gigaton break, but not before we use another Ancient Wisdom here. And then we're just going to put some energies on our Regidrago. We're just going to put the fire energy there. Was kind of looking to maybe attack with Regidrago in a future turn. We're just going to have to see what kind of cooks up so we can take a knockout on the Duraludon. Don't really want to waste the Pikachu EX attack on just a baby Duraludon. Rather save it for an Arch Trulodon instead. But Gigaton break coming down, putting us at a 5-6 split, taking a knockout on that Matang. Our Trulodon, gonna put some 2 energies onto it, get a Dialga V down as well. Nest Ball coming down here. Gonna be able to search out a Pheasantipity, gonna be able to flip the script this turn. Night Stretcher coming down, getting themselves that Beldum potentially as well. And then gonna be able to flip the script, draw those 3 cards here. Gonna try to get maybe another Matang set up, Beldum coming down. And we're going to also attach the energy to the Dialga V. Nest Ball, going to be able to search out another basic Pokemon, getting another Duraludon, putting that in play here. And we're in a position where if they KO this Regigigas, it's not too big of a deal. The energies go to the discard pile. We still have Regigigas in play. So we can just put the Pikachu EX up in the active spot and blow up for 300. So Metal Defender coming down here. Gift energy, draw 1 card. And then we're going to be able to have our Pikachu EX up in the active spot here. And now we're in a position where we're actually doing pretty okay. We got Radiant Greninja, we got Regigigas, we got Iono. So we got all kinds of cards in the hand here. Concealed cards coming down, discarding that Grass Energy here. Had the Luminous in hand so we can attach it to our Pikachu EX here. Ancient Wisdom as well, gonna be able to put the energies that we need onto our Pikachu EX. So Metal, Grass, and then we're just gonna pitch a Water Energy on there as well, so we can hit that nice, sweet 300 damage that we need to take a KO on this Archtroodon. And we're gonna discard everything except that Luminous Energy here, taking 2 more prize cards, putting us at a 3-5 split, getting Ogerpon and Regice off of our prize cards. So now we're in a position where if they KO one Reggie, chances are we can either Night Stretcher it back, Nest Ball it back out, bench whatever when they KO. And the big thing we need them to not do actually is get rid of our Area 0 Underdepths. They get rid of Area 0 Underdepths. We do have another one, but we're gonna have to make sure we discard the proper cards here. Hyperoma coming down, gonna get 2 Matangs here. Ultra Ball also coming out, gonna discard that Iono and Heatran here, getting themselves Origin Form Dialga V-Star. Now, Origin Form Dialga V-Star is very interesting in this matchup because they can Star Chronos, take another turn, and then Metal Burst and take the knockout on the Pikachu EX. Does it require their V-Star ability? Yes. Does it require taking, 2 turns to do so? Yes. But they can get rid of it because of that. So Full Metal Lab coming out here, getting rid of our Area 0 Underdepths. So we're going to have to discard a couple things. Discarding that Squawkabilly here, discarding Radiant Greninja. Taking a look at the hand signals we need to discard. Discard the Regice, because we're going to be able to put another one into play. And then, put the Area 0 Underdepths in play, put the Regice back down, and then we're going to have all the Regis back in play. If they KO the Pikachu EX, we also have that Night Stretcher to be able to pull it back out of the discard pile and put it back into our hand here. So Star Chronos coming out, taking the 220 damage to the Pikachu, heal back to 10 HP, and then they're going to be able to Metal Burst for knockout, unfortunately, on our Pikachu EX, taking 2 prize cards, putting us at a 3-3 split. So now we're just going to have to see what we can cook up here. Unfortunately, all the Regis have a really hefty retreat cost, which can cause a good bit of problems, actually. So we're just going to see what we can do here. Of course, we're also going to have to play the Area 0 Underdepths so we can get a bunch of stuff rolling here. We're going to get the Pikachu EX first so we can actually have that full 8 bench the Regice. Going to be able to Penny and pick up our Regidrago here after... Penny and pick up the Regidrago after we Ancient Wisdom, because we're going to be able to put the energies back to the Pikachu EX. So Grass, Luminous, and Metal Energy go into the Pikachu EX, put the Pikachu back up in the active spot, rebench the Regidrago, attach the Fire Energy here, and then Topaz Bolt for 300 damage, discarding everything but that Luminous off of our Pikachu, taking 2 more prize cards, putting us at a 1-3 split. Now, the cool thing is they can't really come back from this, right? They don't have another Star Chronos they can use. They can't really one-shot Pikachu EX because of that Resolute Heart ability. So we're able to just Ancient Wisdom, put the energies back on potentially next turn, and just take a KO on pretty much anything they put in the active spot. So Regi's Pikachu really being able to showcase that kind of recycling ability that it has, putting the energies back to the Pikachu EX repetitively and constantly hitting that 300 damage with that Topaz Bolt. Now let's jump right in to that outro. Alright, it's gonna do it for today's video. If you guys enjoy the content I've been making stuff from the channel, don't forget to leave a like, smash the subscribe button. I would appreciate it. And of course, I'll make sure to put the deck list that I played in today's video in the description below, so you guys want to try it out for yourself. You'll be able to. And while you're down there, make sure you follow me on Twitter and join the Mega Blitz Discord server. And if you want to be like these 2 cool people here, Odessa and Evan, being our first 2 members here on the Mega Blitz YouTube channel, you're able to do that as well with the Welcome Enjoyers members. Definitely check that out. And I really appreciate everyone supporting the channel so far. Make sure to also catch the live streams on Tuesdays and mostly on Thursdays, still kind of setting that one in stone going forward, but Tuesdays are set in stone. So I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!